Hey there, outstanding educators. This teacher tip is about Student Treasures, a book publishing company that I actually have a double whammy parent tip at the end of the video. So stay tuned until the end also if you're a parent. So what is Student Treasures? So I've been with this company for several years now, and every year my kindergartners make a professionally bound book. Now you can just imagine what the benefits of this are. Students really truly realize that they are real authors. They gain confidence, they work harder, they're engaged in their writing because they know it's going to be shipped off into a factory and create it into a real book, and that their family is going to buy the book and keep it forever. And this really is something so special, and it benefits my students in so many ways. So whether you have a preschooler or up to college student, or if you're working on being an author yourself, this is such a great company to work with. I'd like to show you examples of what the book looks like, tell you a little bit about the logistics and how you get your kit, what comes in it, what's the publishing process, and then I have that parent tip for you at the end. So let's get started with our most recent published book, all about the 7 continents. So in our core curriculum, we learn about all of the 7 continents, and so really from our kindergarten classroom, we travel around the world. And so basically your students design the front cover and sign their names. There's a dedication page, followed by a table of content. Now you can design your book however you'd like. Our book was informative, so we had a table of content, and then we had a chapter for each continent. So here's North America, here's the students writing in text, because by the end of kindergarten, of course, some students are still perfecting their handwriting, and reading kindergarten spelling is kind of like its own language because they write the way that it sounds. So they sound out all of their words. So each student showcases their drawing and their writing, and so we did that for each of the 7 continents. Another book that we did was acrostic poems, and this was where we drew a picture, and this is really great for preschool or beginning of the year kindergarten, where they drew a picture, wrote their name, and then things that they like going across. Here is another example of, let's see, what did we do? Oh, here's me. My hair is usually curly. This was an all about me book where each child shared all about themselves, things that they liked. This one is really cool. So this was all about animals, and we had each different habitat. Each chapter was a different habitat. So students chose their own animal and researched their animal, and then wrote about where their animal lived, what their animal likes to eat, and different fun facts. And this one is my favorite. This is mine from when I was in 3rd grade. So thank you, Mrs. Sandora, who had us do ours. And these books are really fun. You're going to love this book and keep it forever. And especially wait till you hear mine. So I wrote, if I were a teacher, I would like to go to the library and take out a book. The book would tell me how to become invisible so I can make people crazy. So funny, because I'm such a rule follower. Like, that does not sound like me at all. If I were a teacher, I would let the students have a swimming party. I would let them go on field trips and teach them jump rope tricks. Okay, that sounds like me. If I were a teacher, I would be the nicest teacher in the world. I don't want the kids to call me bossy, so I'll give them choices for homework. Well, my students are lucky because homework is not mandatory, but we do home fun and show and tells where they can work hard at home to show they're grown up what they're learning. And here's me. I don't know why it says, my name is Mr. Light. So it's kind of funny because your child's going to make this book. It's going to last forever, and you can look back on it when they're older and really get a good laugh. So as you can see, there's many different styles. You can choose to write narrative, poems, informational, explanatory texts. Your book can be portrait, or you can do it landscape. There's lots of different options. So here's what the kit looks like. They ship it to you pretty quickly. I think I got it maybe in like a week or two. They send you like really helpful things like a reminder if you want to you set a certain publishing date. So if you want this book published by May 1st, make sure to ship it to us by this date. There's teacher coupons in here, which are really great. So as the teacher, you are going to get your copy free, which is really nice. But if you have a teacher's aide or a paraprofessional or any kind of other teachers that want a copy, there's a special 2 or 3 teacher coupons in here besides yourself. And then they send you the pages. So for example, we didn't do meet the authors. We just wrote our names on that front page, if you remember. So again, this is your book. You can customize it how you want. What I do is we make a lot of mistakes in kindergarten, and that is okay. Even as an adult, I make a lot of mistakes. So we make our plans and our stories on regular paper first, and then I shoot them through the copier on the paper that the company gives you. So I forget what it's called, but it's not as thick as cardstock, but it's thicker than regular copy paper. And so I think that helps with the publishing process. Yeah, I think it helps with the publishing process. So you will want to use their paper. It's going to be a little thicker than regular copy paper. For the continents, we colored the pictures first. We actually had a coloring contest, and then I chose the best ones, cut those out, and glued them onto the actual page. So almost all of the pages that I send to the company, not all of them, maybe like 10 or so. But anyway, if you glue things onto a page, that's okay. They can work with that. Also, if you take a photo of your class, they can include that as well. I will just warn you not to use your professional school photo because that is copywritten. If you use that photo in your book, that's kind of like, I don't know if it's illegal, but it's kind of like not really good for that publishing company because it's like stealing their photo. So you can take a picture of your class with your own camera, and they'd be happy to add that to your book. Let's see, anything else? Oh, it comes with forms to send home to parents. Now here's the thing. This book is like so incredible. Your copy is going to be free. Your students are going to love this book. Student Treasures really works hard to give you a priceless product. So of course they want you to reach out to parents. So if you could, please make sure that every single parent fills out this form. Yes, I want the book, or no, I do not. I know the company really appreciates if you at least ask every student if they're interested. That way it helps them to sell more books, because again, this is such a priceless, wonderful thing, and the company works so hard to make this. So let's try to get them as much business as we can. And also because parents do end up seeing the book, parents who didn't order, and think, oh man, boy, I really wish I ordered that. And so they will also send a flyer for, hey, did you forget to order? Here's the classroom code, and then parents can order copies or order more copies for family members. Let's see, anything else? So they send you envelopes and things like that. So everything you need really does come with this kit. Depending on how much time and effort and gluing you're doing with your pages, it can be time consuming, so make sure you give yourself enough time to put this kit together. I usually order my kit a whole month before I plan on publishing it, because we write, we revise, we edit, I'm gluing things at the end. You can choose to do page numbers or not. Sometimes it might just be easier not to do the page numbers. That way they're not in any particular order, especially when you feed them through the printer, say there's a paper jam or something like that. But of course, if you're including a table of content, you are going to want to put the page numbers in there. So let's see, that's the kit. Here's the examples of some books. Oh, and another teacher perk is the company really rewards you for helping them to earn business. So if I think if 20 parents order a copy, or if 20 copies are sold, like I know some of my students order 3 and 4 copies for grandma, grandpa, aunts, and uncles, we actually got a $25 Amazon gift card, which was really great. So we all voted and we chose what we were going to use that money for, to buy something for our classroom. That was really fun too. Also, every book that is published gets entered into the National Book Challenge, and during that challenge, the winners I think win $5,000 in a grant for their school, and I'm sure there's small like runner-up prizes as well. The last thing that I want to talk about is the parent tip. So say you want a book that is not all about the whole class, but all about your child. What you can do is compile all of your child's, art projects or stories or worksheets that they do in that grade and send it to the company, and they would be happy to make an individualized book for your child. Now you'll have to click the link. I have a link for you to access all of this information, but I'm not sure what the price is on that book. But anyway, like there's so many options and it's so customizable. Please leave any comments or questions. Another great thing about this company is once you're on their website, they do have live chat. I've done the live chat before and they were super helpful. I know my due date was over a 3-day weekend and I just didn't have it in on time. And so I messaged them on the live chat and I said, is there any way we can extend the date? And they told me the approximate shipping date. Another thing about that is every year the items do come in faster than what they actually advertise. So overall, I have only positive things to say about Student Treasures. I think this company is so special and their customer service is excellent. So I hope that you give it a try. There's lots of fun incentives for parents. You get a priceless product. For teachers, you get entered in to win grants for your classroom. You can win a gift card for your classroom to buy things. So overall, I just think this company is so amazing. And I hope that you can maybe give it a try this year if you decide to. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I hope you give Student Treasures a try.